So if you say that if you go out of this and you want to marry, you will be looking for a maid to marry, and you go the way of Samson. You know the way of Samson. Samson refused to marry from his family, from his country people. He went another way, and we know what exactly ended the life of Samson. We know exactly how the story was sad and tragic at the end of the day. So if you want to prevent yourself from experiencing that tragic story, marry from your spiritual family. Marry from your spiritual nationality. It is very, very important. Very, very important that you do that. Some people will think that I'm being too sensitive spiritually, and then that I am not being tolerant in terms of religion. We are very tolerant when it comes to religion, but when it comes to marriage, because in marriage they are no more two, they will be one. It is impossible to marry two people together that do not share the same belief system in God. It's impossible. It's going to be a monstrous union. So you can have a person of another religion as your friend, as your co-worker, as your neighbor, but according to scripture, you cannot have them as a spouse, because you'll be unequally yoking yourself with a non-believer, a person who believes in something other than what you believe in. And that is going to be a recipe for crisis in your family and in your home. It has to be avoided, and it could even be very costly, not just in time, but also in eternity. So, verse 5, it says, and the servant said unto him, perhaps, peradventure, the woman will not be willing to follow me unto this land. Must I need to bring thy son again unto the land from whence thou camest? And Abraham said that, no, don't take my son there. Abraham also refused to allow his son to be taken out of. So if the person would not, Eliezer is trying to say here that if you're going to consider it in the light of the New Testament, if the person refuses, if the person is not from the country, your country, and refuses to come into your country to be a part of your family, shall I take your son? In other words, if the person is an unbeliever and chooses to remain as an unbeliever, can your son repudiate and deny faith in Jesus and goes to join that person in whatever God they are worshiping? That will not also be possible. Abraham said he wouldn't agree to that.